We're rolling along here. It's nonstop. I'm going to go 24/7 up until kickoff. That's how jacked I am this week at Super Bowl. I don't need sleep. I don't need food. I don't need to go to the bathroom. I'll let Luigi do that for me.
I'll take care of it.
He takes care of all those things. But we take care of business. And for the 10th consecutive year, the Hunt Auctions will be involved with the NFL in a big, big event. It's the Hunt Auction, and, of course, it's going to be on this February 3rd. Isn't that the day? That's Saturday, right?
Super Bowl Saturday.
Super Bowl Saturday. All the Hall of Fame new class will be introduced. And then, of course, you guys have the big auction. David Hunt, the man in charge. And every year you guys have amazing stuff. We're going to start off with this because you don't even have to be a Philadelphia sports fan to love this item, Luigi. You have to be a fan of one of the great Hall of Fame broadcasters. And it's not a Hall of Fame guy. I mean, it's Hall of Fame, but you don't think of him as a football guy. You think of him as a baseball guy. The late, great Harry Callis, who was a friend of ours, and he worked at, and he was the voice of NFL films as well for a long, long time, right?
He was. We're honored to be back working with NFL Auction this year for the 10th year, and we've been blessed to work with Harry's family. We're a partner with the Phillies, and we've done things for his family to benefit charity and sell some of his things. And they contacted us, said, would you be interested in his NFL Films jacket? And you're right. It took me a minute to say, wait a minute. That's right. He was that voice that we all grew up listening to in those films. And you asked me before, should anybody else wear this? No.
No, Luigi asked you there because
that's true.
He doesn't understand respect and reverence.
No. I asked the question of, has anyone else worn that jacket?
Right.
Not can I wear it or anything else.
I thought you wanted to put it on and style around here in the Mall of America.
No, you see this Nike Dry Fit I got? It's beautiful, man.
So no one's worn it, and they shouldn't wear it.
No, it's such a special piece, and it's that's why people collect these things. It's really not what they're worth per se in a dollar fashion. It's what they mean to somebody.
Correct.
And if you remember hearing that voice, if you're from the Philadelphia area, there's nothing else needs to be said.
No, you're absolutely right. And I was fortunate to know Harry from the day he arrived in Philly. I met him at Veterans Stadium in 1971. We stayed friends. He always came on the show, and obviously his voice will forever be immortalized as one of the greats, not only in baseball Hall of Fame, but also NFL. And that's a great item. So that'll be up on auction. But there's a whole ton. We had Carl Eller on, and he's got stuff, one of the Purple People Eaters in a Hall of Famer too, right?
He does. I mean, each year we try to focus on obviously the region where the city's being held here in Minnesota. What better than Carl Eller? We got Chris Dolman has some things there, Brett Favre. And in some way, shape, or form, all these pieces benefit different charities. Not 100% of the proceeds, but a good portion. And then the NFL auction items, 100% of those proceeds go to charity, including some of the modern jerseys, like we have Nick Foles, game-worn jersey that Luigi's holding up.
Beautiful. Let's hold that up, Luigi.
And what's so nice about the NFL auction pieces is they are literally right off the field. They're fully authenticated. The players donate them to various causes, salutes of service.
So Nick Foles actually wore that jersey.
There's a little bit of dirt right there on the nine.
There?
But they kept this jersey pretty clean for him, though.
Well, no, he played a clean game because the offensive linemen did their jobs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
However, the Wentz isn't, though.
Yeah, the Wentz is pretty beat up, and this was from the Carolina game. And Carson put this in, and this will have a portion of the proceeds going to his audience.
You can still see the grass stain, and that's not added later for effect.
That's right.
That's real Carolina dirt, and that's good Carolina because it's Carolina bluegrass, I think, right down there. What do they use?
It is, and
Kentucky bluegrass. Tom.
Kentucky bluegrass. No, it's Carolina because they're in Carolina. I know it's Kentucky bluegrass is the actual seed style.
Now, for anybody that purchases this, don't
well, it's an
let
auction. You don't purchase it. You're
right.
Auction.
Who wins the bid?
Right.
Don't leave it lying around for your mom to find.
No.
Because they're going to end up washing it.
And don't leave it around with your kids while your kids are eating Tide Pods.
Tide Pods, yeah.
Tide Pods. Don't let the mom come in with a Tide stick where you get the grass stains out, right?
Yeah,
the worst thing you could do is wash these jerseys. That would not be useful.
Could you imagine?
No.
Could you imagine?
Oh, I've heard it happening before.
It does. We've actually had players call us and they'll want to consign their collection, say, I've got a bunch of great game jerseys. We say, super. And they're like, yeah, we just had them dry cleaned for you. So they're all ready to go. And I'm like,
True story.
It's too late.
I have a Joe Montana signed jersey. I really do. I have a Joe Montana signed jersey. It's hanging in my closet. And because it's like this, it looks a little smaller, right? Because it's a game jersey, and it expands, it goes over the pads.
And Joe wasn't a big guy.
My mom was cleaning out my closet. I noticed the jersey on the floor. I said, Mom, what are you doing? She goes, it doesn't fit you anymore. I'm throwing it away. I'm like, throwing it away? I'm like, it's signed by Joe Montana.
And that was the last time Luigi saw or heard from his mom since. That's
she was dead to me.
Exactly. So tell people how we do this now, because you can do it you don't have to be in the Super Bowl city.
That's right. I mean, obviously, if you're here, come down to NFL Experience at Minneapolis Convention Center. You can view all the great items. But it's available. There's people bidding for this particular auction. We have people bidding all over the world. We literally ship to Australia, Japan, Europe. It's amazing the reach that football has and the Super Bowl. But if you go to huntauctions.com, there's over 700 pieces. We're talking about some expensive things here, but there's lots of fun things for a couple $100. Packages, unique things right from the NFL draft, all kinds of unique pieces.
I saved some stuff from the NFL draft in Philly because I know in 20 years, whoever inherits them is going to have a lot. I have stuff from the '84 Olympics, the pin collection of all
absolutely.
the pins at the '84 Olympics in Los Angeles, and I saved it, and I have it in a frame in my office. So one day that may be auctioned
Now
off
I
for
have a
charity.
question for you.
Yeah.
If somebody has something laying around from way back when, how do you find out how much something like that could be worth?
We actually do appraisals, like at the Experience, people do a free appraisal service because our goal is actually to educate people what they have. If they want to sell it, that's fine. If they don't, that's good as well.
And
but
you don't go to like
preserve
Hardcore Pawn in Detroit,
No.
and you don't go to Antiques Roadshow on PBS.
Not for this kind of stuff.
No, exactly.
I mean, we want them to know what it is to preserve it because these pieces are historical. So if you want to sell it or keep it, that's your decision. But make sure you preserve it, know what it is, and take care of it.
HuntAuctions.com, you can see it because there's usually a big catalog that you guys present
Yes.
for people to look through who are actually at the auction to just check it out, and then you can go online. You don't have to have the book. You can see everything there is that's going up for bid.
That's right. We're also adding things in. The great thing about working with the NFL is they're bringing us things as it happens. So there will be pieces from that NFC Championship game that the Eagles won the other week.
You have pieces of the Vikings defense that have been strewn all over the field.
Those are they're done with. They're done with. We've moved on, but I'll tell you, I will say they've been a great host out here.
No, they are.
Yeah,
They're
they've been fantastic. I mean, I know the media hypes
They hate
the
Luigi.
negative side.
Why? What me? They like me here, but they hate guys like him.
But everybody here has
You're
been
one of those
fantastic.
Philly guys that people hate.
Right.
I'm one of those Philly guys that people hate.
You got a bad attitude, as we say back there.
Attitude. My
David,
grandmother used to say that.
Attitude?
But she wasn't from Philly, though.
that's
How
a
weird.
Philly thing, isn't it, David? You
And
know
she-
Philly
you know
fans.
the-
It's attitude.
We're from there. This was, yeah, that is exactly
It's
the way to say it. It really is.
A-T-T-Y
That's right.
T-U-D-E.
That's how it's produced.
That's how it's spelled,
Attitude.
actually. If you look it up, that's how it's in the dictionary. It's spelled
Like
attitude.
use. No different than use.
No different than use. Use guys are going to be there. 10th annual Hunt Auction NFL Super Bowl live auction event Saturday. Go online. You want to see all the great stuff, the Carson Wentz and the Nick Foles game-worn jerseys and the Harry Callis NFL films.
That is the sweetest jacket I've ever
Jackets.
seen.
That is
Very cool.
awesome.
It's very
That is awesome. David, congrats, man, and thanks so much for coming on again.
Thank you, guys.